It takes me a long time to put my ideas in order, and sometimes they don't come out as I would want them to, because I I have this feeling that most of the times I'm an alien who doesn't speak the same language as the people around me. But it's fine. I'm sure I'm not the only one who has this feeling sometimes. Um, what I wanted to talk about today is about, obviously, we're still in the competing bodybuilding chapter of my life. So I still want to address this. And especially, I was thinking today as I was training legs, I was thinking about the pain in general, the, the, the intense pain someone feels when they train seriously. But it's different when I train because I have my own internal goals. The pain feels different than when I had this focus on competing, on training for a bodybuilding show. And it's different in the sense that, well, now I will feel the pain during my workout, during my when I'm doing my lifts. Like, there's a lot of pain around it, and there's a lot of intensity, and sometimes I feel like crying or yelling or whatever. Obviously, I don't, but the pain is so great that I will feel like turning into pieces right then and there. But I don't, I move on. I reach my limit, I meet my limits, like right then and there, and I stop, I rest, and then I start again. And it's this continuous cycle of building up, experiencing high pain, and then tapering down, resting, and then starting over. And that's how all my workouts look like. But when I used to compete, it was different. Like, I was building up, I was training, I was doing my reps, then I would start feeling this excruciating pain that it would go higher and higher and higher, and I would become aware of the fact that I have reached my limits, and then I would go beyond them. Like, I would go into this realm where I don't feel the pain anymore because I'm numbing it out, because I'm becoming numb to it. I would convince myself to stop feeling the pain because there is a higher purpose around it. And I'm not saying that that's something wrong or right, or I'm not saying it's something. It just is. It's what you have to do when you're aiming for something that's so external. And that's what I want. That is where I wanted to go today. When you have this need to reach a certain external goal in mind, you pay a price. You pay the price of abiding by external rules. Like, you have to play by the rules. And again, because I don't want to bash anything or anyone, and I don't want this to come out all wrong. I'm super grateful for what I've lived for the past few years and for the people I've met, and it did change my life. Like, literally changed everything about me. And now I'm just trying to figure a way to see how I can live with this and not have it eclipse everything else. Like, not make this everything that I am. And it's a tricky thing to do. It's super hard. It's incredibly hard. That's why I'm probably recording these. Going back to rules, external rules. I'm not saying they're good, they're bad, they're right, they're wrong, they just are. And if someone finds satisfaction in following these rules, then well done for them. But what I've noticed for me in the past 18 months, I found myself unable to follow those rules. Like, I have rebelled against them, and to be honest, I didn't want to at first. Like, I hated the fact that I couldn't go back. I I wanted to go back to who I was because there was certainty around it, and I knew I was a competitive bodybuilder, and I was doing it quite well, and I was this very disciplined athlete who could count their macros and who knew exactly what they were eating at any moment in time, and they would they would go and train no matter the physical state, like whether I was feeling tired or not, whether I was in the mood to train or not. And well, that's highly subjective, obviously, but I find myself now in moments when I feel very tired, very run down, and my body is telling me, you can just take it easy today. It's fine. Like, nothing bad is gonna happen to you, and you won't lose your muscle, and you won't lose your strength. Nothing is gonna happen. And now I'm listening to those signals, and it's something I couldn't do when I was competing. Like, it was a bad thing to listen to my physical cues when it came to feeling tired, fatigued, drained, and it was a good thing to ignore those cues. Like, it was one of those external rules. Like, you have to push through. You have to. It doesn't matter if you're feeling tired, or it doesn't matter if you want to take an extra day off. If you do that, you kind of lose the worthiness of being a competitive athlete. So now I'm listening to my body more, and that is how I know I cannot go back to following those external rules. I don't know how it happened. I just know it did. And I mean, I can say that there was a after my last show in November 2019, I started feeling run down. Like, I knew deep down, without having the courage to speak or even think in articulate thoughts, I knew that I needed a long break. Like, just not think about it anymore. Not think about counting macros. Not think about doing cardio. Not think about sticking to my schedule no matter what. And when quarantine came, it was like a natural thing to do. Like, it was this thing I needed. Otherwise, I'm not so sure how I would have approached things. But for the past 2 years, I have been unable to follow these rules. So each time I've considered starting a new competition prep, I've hit the same arguments from me to me. These arguments were, you cannot ignore your physical sensations anymore. It's time you start honoring those sensations. And when you're feeling hungry, you need to eat. No matter what macros you hit for the day, no matter what you ate today, if you're hungry, then your body needs more food. The stage doesn't matter as much if your body is in constant pain. So these things were on my mind each time I try to approach a new competition prep. And I feel like right now I'm transitioning slowly but surely. I'm transitioning from going to this place where the competition look was the best look in my mind, to something more humane, where the competition look is just a look that I was capable of achieving, and I would probably still be able to achieve it if I am willing to subject my body to such high levels of masochism again. And who knows, maybe at some point I will feel the need to, but not right now. Right now, I'm just enjoying my workouts and I'm enjoying what I eat and I'm enjoying everything else. So that's it. That's that. Anyway, I do hope this made some sense for some people. If not, at least I do hope it made some sense for me. So, thank you for having the patience to watch this until the end, and you'll hear from me next time.